So, are you looking at the world of cybersecurity and just feeling a little lost? I mean, it's huge, it's constantly changing, and it can be pretty overwhelming trying to figure out where you even start. Well, you're in exactly the right place. Think of this as your roadmap. We're going to cut through the noise and give you a clear path forward. So, let's get into it. Yep, our mission today is pretty simple to help you conquer your career goals in cybersecurity by giving you the key insights you need to find your spot. Okay, first up, let's talk about the why. Why is cybersecurity the place to be right now? To put it simply, we are in a full-blown digital gold rush, and the demand for talent is just off the charts. And if you want a number to put on that, how about this one? 3.5 million. That is the estimated number of unfilled cybersecurity jobs across the globe. Just let that sink in. That's not a skills gap, it's a massive canyon of opportunity. So what's driving this crazy demand? Well, the stakes couldn't be higher. We've all seen the news, right? High-profile breaches aren't just about data anymore. We're talking about real-world consequences, like supply chains grinding to a halt, our personal information getting leaked, and even threats to things we all depend on, like the power grid or hospitals. So with that much demand, what do these jobs actually look like? Most people just picture a hacker in a hoodie, but the reality is so much cooler. It's this incredibly diverse landscape of roles, each one totally unique. Let's start with the security analyst. These are your digital detectives. They're on the front lines, watching the network, looking for anything suspicious, and diving in when an alarm goes off. If you love solving puzzles and being the first one on the scene, this is an awesome place to start. Then we've got the penetration tester, or as they're often called, the ethical hacker. How cool is that? Their job is literally to think like a bad guy and get paid to break into systems, legally, of course. They find the holes before the real attackers do. Perfect for anyone who's got that spark of mischievous curiosity. And here's a role you might not know about, but it is absolutely critical: the GRC specialist. That stands for Governance, Risk, and Compliance. These folks are the strategists. They make sure the whole organization is buttoned up, following the rules, and meeting security standards. It's less about the code and more about the big picture. Now, I love this slide because it gets to the heart of it. Pretty much everything boils down to two core mindsets. You've got offensive security, the red team. Their whole goal is to find ways in. Their question is, how can I break this? Then you have defensive security, the blue team, and their job is to protect everything. Their question is, how do I keep everyone out? Figuring out which of those two mindsets feels more like you is a huge first step. Okay, so you've seen some of the paths you can take. Now, how do you actually get ready for the journey? It's time to build your essential toolkit. This chart shows it perfectly. Yeah, you absolutely need the technical fundamentals, like understanding networks and operating systems. That's a given. But look at that. A huge piece of the pie is soft skills. Seriously, don't sleep on this. Being a great communicator and a creative problem solver is just as important as knowing your code. So, how do you get these skills? Well, you've got options. You can go the certification route to get a solid foundation. You could jump into an intense, hands-on boot camp to get job ready fast. Or you could go for a full degree to get a really deep theoretical understanding. There is no one right way. It's all about finding the path that works best for you. Now, all that's great, but let's get some real talk from people actually in the trenches. Getting some wisdom from seasoned pros can be a total game changer. And this right here is probably the single most important piece of advice you'll hear. Experience is king. An internship is great, but you don't have to wait for one. Build a lab at home, play around, break things, fix them, because a portfolio that shows what you can do will always, always be more impressive than a certificate that just says you can. And here's the other big secret. Don't do this alone. Your network is your secret weapon. Connect with people, join online communities, go to meetups, even virtual ones. You'd be amazed how many opportunities come from a conversation with someone you know. It really is about who you know. All right, you've got the map, the tools, and some insider advice. The last piece of the puzzle is looking ahead. This field moves at lightning speed, so you've got to be ready for what's coming next. And here are the big ones to keep on your radar. Pretty soon, AI is going to be at the center of threat detection. By 2028, zero trust, which is the idea of never trust, always verify, is going to be the standard way of doing things. And by 2030, securing the cloud and the billions of connected devices, the Internet of Things, is going to be the biggest challenge out there. So, where do you start? Right now. But don't get overwhelmed. Just take one small step. This week, pick one of those learning paths we talked about and just research it. Start one super simple project for your portfolio. And find one online community and just say hi. That's it. Small steps are how you build a career.
Look, the digital world is facing some huge challenges. It needs defenders. It needs detectives. It needs strategists. It needs curious people who love to solve problems and want to make a real impact. The call is out there. The question is, are you ready to answer it?